I almost completely lost it before we started recording. Now I've made sure to click record since now my mic is back working. I almost lost it. I spent like $700 on this mic setup to begin with, and I would have absolutely fucking lost it if it had just like completely shit the bed randomly because I moved my room around. I would have fucking lost it.
Yeah.
But welcome
I,
back,
I
guys.
was watching. I was nervous because, like, as a creator, as someone that has like those technical issues, that's all it takes. Everything's working one day, the next day, just something's off, and then it will not fix. It actually just broke for no reason, or it takes 3 hours to fix. That is last straw material.
You know, and it's not like a $50, $60 mic where it's like an AT 2020. I could run upstairs and grab an AT 2020 and we'd be fine.
Don't hate on my AT 2020.
I have one too. That's what I no, I gave my other co-host a Yeti. But it's like I have all the lower mics. It's like I wanted to get an expensive one. I wanted to get a nice one. I
Yeah.
have my fucking I have my fucking beacon and it's like no, I'm deciding not to work today. I
I'm
was
gonna
so
wipe
fucking
down my
scared that
camera real quick so it looks
yep, you're
smudgy.
good. But I
There
was
we
so
go.
fucking scared. I was so worried that it was my mic shitting the bed, especially when Woody was telling
It
me,
was
"Oh,
shitting the bed.
Zach, you sound like shit." It's
Hmm.
like, "Oh my god, what the fuck's going on?" So, what the hell is this new fucking game, man? Because you're uploading a shit ton of it.
It's
I've been
Genshin
experiencing
plus
some new
Pokemon,
games.
and it's like perfect Genshin plus Pokemon.
Interesting, interesting. I started playing. There's a game called Delta Force, and it's like Call of Duty, Battlefield, and like Tarkov put together. It's more battlefieldy than Call of Duty, but it's rather good and it's free to play, which is nice.
I heard like slightly something about it, but I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, it's getting dropped on consoles soon,
Mm,
which is what the big kind of part about it is currently. But it
okay.
feels good. Like it has that feel of like calm Call of Duty where it's challenging but it's fun. You know, like COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, where it's like, oh, some of these things are really hard to use and it feels fun. But like there's some crossover where it's like confusing and complicated and shit. It's nice.
It's weird that there's a lot of games coming out where people are just like, okay, the main franchise is screwed up now, so we try to like make a modern, not the same but good kind of interpretation, like Power
Well, that's
World,
it.
Animo, Delta Force.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them out now, especially in the first person shooter range, because there's no AAA first person shooter at all right now. There's fucking none of them. When was the last Battlefield released? Fucking 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when
I don't
Harley's
know.
like, Zach, let's play Battlefield. That was 2042, and like 2 or 3 years ago. Last time Call of Duty had a good release was like 2 or 3 years ago as well. It's it's getting to that point now. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like,
Hmm.
oh my god, everything's fucking falling in the FPS genre. So it's interesting. It's interesting to peek your head above water a little bit and just try some things.
Yep.
I
Nothing else is
also
going on though. It's like I played a lot of Power World and a lot of Animo and then nothing. And the Pokemon Presents is a week from now, so there's nothing happening.
that's interesting. I'm excited to see what happens there. It's probably gonna be nothing, but
Hmm.
hope. Tony Hawk dropped. That was a fucking blast. I played half of the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 campaign in literally one sitting.
Yeah.
I was gonna stream it, but I had the baby here for I think it was like 14 days or 12 days, something like that, and had court hearings and a whole bunch of other shit. So everything's been super fucking hectic for like a fucking 2 weeks now. But it'll calm down at some point.
I thought I was gonna go crazy when they did the 1 and 2 drop because they had like the online skate parks you could build, and that was like all you did as a kid was just build Tony Hawk skate parks, and that was the only thing
Yep.
to do as a kid. So I was like, oh, that plus online, and I just never did.
Yeah. No, Tony Hawk for me is a lot like everybody's. I'm gonna play a whole bunch of Mario Party and stuff like that. I used to sit there and
Hmm.
play Tony Hawk all the time. My son was sitting here with me as I was trying out 3-4, and he's like, "Dad, how do you know what to do?" And I'm like, "It's the same game." He's like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "It's the same game. Like it's just like they just made it pretty, bud. That's all they did. It's probably even on a similar engine. They just made it pretty." He's like, "Dad, how did you know to jump into a tree to do that challenge?" And I'm like, "Because it's the exact same." He's like, "Oh, I got you." Like Just I don't think he expected it to be the exact same game from like my childhood.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there just showing all the memory of the first like three,
It's
four
like, you don't
levels.
understand. I've gotten this tape literally hundreds of times.
It's like, how did you know to jump through that? And it's like that's what you do. Then you
That's
bump
just
into
how
the
you
guy
figured
who
it out.
stuck his tongue, and then you sat there and collect all the letters. He's like, wow, I didn't expect that. I was like, yeah. Once I get up to the old creepy guy standing in front of the house, then I don't remember every single little bit of the game. But
Mm-hmm.
up until that point, you got about just all of it.
Bro, that was like the last one you ever found as a kid too, because it's just I was like Easter egg secret level, even though it was just a part of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a blast, man. It's I don't know if it's just nostalgia or what, but god damn it, I still love those games. They feel the old ones, even the remasters, feel fantastic. It that muscle memory just like snaps back, and it's just like,
Very
oh
playable
no, this
game.
is great. Yeah, it's fun. It's just fun. It makes me wish that they remastered things like Mario Kart 64 or things like that, and just brought it up to current gen to see what it would do.
I don't think that translates with Mario Kart though, because like you just have Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart World or just the new Mario Kart. And then we already had it Nintendo 64. You just do the Nintendo Switch Online Plus, and then you play with friends, and it's Mario Kart.
But yeah, no, it's just it's exciting. I like the game. It feels good. It feels fucking good.
Yeah.
So, have you heard about these weird ass fucking things that everybody's doing with soda nowadays called dirty sodas?
No.
So, and I guess a whole bunch of restaurants started doing them with like Applebee's and stuff
Restaurants.
like
This
that
isn't
too.
just like Zoomers doing weird shit.
No, this isn't just Zoomers doing weird shit. The restaurants have bought in, and I tried it when I was at a restaurant when I was at Applebee's probably like 4 or 5 months ago. And I was like, you know what? I'm lactose intolerant. I gotta avoid this. This probably shouldn't be something I get into. But the other day we had my mom over and she wanted to try butter beer. She didn't end up doing it. So I was walking around the store and I was like, okay, I have to buy cream soda anyway. Might as well get some cool shit and see what is cool. And they started releasing coffee creamers that are mixed, like mixed to match sodas. So they have a Dr. Pepper one that's coconut and lime, and they have a like vanilla cream one that's made for like Crush. I don't remember the exact brand. So I went through and I found like a coconut one to go with Dr. Pepper since that's what they suggested, and I found sweet cream because I figured that would go with things like, Code Red or something like that, just to see if I like it. Because the one that I tried at Applebee's was like blue raspberry Mountain Dew with not voltage though, but it was blue raspberry with like sweet cream in it. So I was like, okay, we'll try this. It is fucking fantastic. It is going to be the reason I get fat, more than likely. I'm probably going to gain like 5, 10 pounds off of this just because it's going to be the comfort thing for like another month and then I'll get off of it again. But like having this shit in my house is probably not a smart idea, especially with being lactose intolerant.
That's the
They're
most
legitimate.
upsetting thing I've heard all week. No, all
Why?
month. No. That just like, oh, cream plus soda is everything now, and that's why it's so popular.
Yeah, and it doesn't curdle. That's what I expected. I expected it to taste like shit and just feel gross. It smooths it out like ice cream. Like when you have that little bit of ice cream milk at the bottom of your bowl when you drink that before you throw it in the sink? That's what it feels
And
like
then
if
that
you
going
put a
into
little too
soda,
much
this
cream.
is the most upsetting thing I've heard all year.
It's fantastic. I don't know. I know I'm not going to sell
Or
anybody
like
on it.
lime coconut Dr. Pepper. I will never try it. I don't care if it's the best thing that my mouth will ever experience.
Well, did you try
Not.
milk with G Fuel? Because
No.
I don't like that. I don't like that idea. Being honest, G Fuel, I love you, buddy. But I don't like the whole idea with milk with G Fuel. But this is completely different. It's different. I don't know why it's different, but it's different. So yeah, I've been mixing and trying shit because I'm like, yeah, this is cool.
Also, I don't want to like accelerate cancer intake if they're putting in like we already have creamer, and then they're putting artificial flavoring into creamer to mix with soda.
But yeah, there's been artificial flavorings in fucking creamer since like
But
they
but
make
like you're
non-dairy
adding
creamer to begin with.
blue to artificial creamer now. That has to be cancer squared.
Blue. Why would anybody add blue?
I thought you said there was like blue raspberry Mountain Dew that wasn't
That was
voltage.
from Applebee's. I have no, I don't remember which fucking flavor it was, but yeah, it was like blue raspberry voltage without the ginseng and like the
Mm.
sour bittery taste to it, and they put creamer in it. I was like, okay,
See, that's what I mean. Like
so
you're adding blue flavoring plus creamer. That's turbo cancer. We actually won't have a cure for that, even though we don't really have a cure. Like chemo won't work on it.
maybe it's just raw horse milk, and it just makes everything better. Maybe. Have you ever thought of that? Maybe we're doing the wrong things by not putting milk in more things.
No.
Maybe we need a Jolly Max, just like, Harley and Taylor told everybody. Eggnog, whole milk, back to fifth grade. But yeah, it's been a weird time. Thoroughly loving it though. I have no idea why, especially with being lactose intolerant. My stomach should absolutely hate this. Haven't had a single problem. My mom's like, they're
That's
non-dairy
because
creamers.
that's because the creamer isn't real.
I was like, there's no way in hell that they're selling fucking creamer in the refrigerator section that's non-dairy. I didn't grab the oat milk one. That would be fucking disgusting. Or I'm retarded. I'm probably retarded. At least I admit it. Um, so you sent this link. I think it was today. What is one weird ingredient you swear by? So I thought that was a cool intro into that because of the weird shit that I've been doing with soda.
Oh,
But
the reason why I posted that is because it just kind of shows how Reddit is a fucking useless place. Because if you go to that thread, everything is just a normal recipe.
or brain dead retarded. So I have it sorted by best right now. And the post is, what is one weird ingredient you swear by? The number one answer on best is black pepper and pumpkin pie.
That's the only good one in the post that's like, that is a weird ingredient. And what if it's good? I'm actually going to try that next time. I saw that, I was like, that is the only compelling, interesting thing in the entire thread. The rest of it is, I put a bay leaf in my rice. Everyone does that!
Like, I could understand where people would say that they would use it in berry, like berry jams and stuff like that.
Mhm.
That makes more sense than pumpkin pie.
Nah,
If I want to
pumpkin
be
pie
honest.
pepper makes sense. Like, adding that extra depth of spice while you're instead of the warm spices.
Or this dude said use pickle brine to make things pop. Egg salad,
Wow!
beans, and soup.
No one has ever done that before!
It's like, dude, I'm like so autistic about this one specific food that I put it in everything. So I thought that this was like a one-off thing, but my family and this family were like, I was friends with all three of the brothers, but they were all older than me. They were like my mom's ages. But one of them got in a really, really bad car accident, so he's like not fully with it. And he puts ketchup autistically on everything. Like, you're like, oh, here's a hot dog. Dave puts on ketchup. You're like, okay, that's normal. Here's spaghetti, Dave. He's like, oh my God, spaghetti needs ketchup. You're like, what the fuck, Dave?
I mean, that's kind of like a white trash replacement to actual pasta sauce.
Pasta sauce on the spaghetti, he's still putting on ketchup. Then you start getting into the weird territory and you hand him a bowl of mac and cheese or Velveeta shells and cheese. And he's like, oh, I need ketchup on this.
Now, ketchup on that seems like
Normal for
side
some people.
standard. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly.
you know, like when people do tomato soup with grilled cheese.
This is where it gets fucking weird. And we know.
There we go. I've been
everybody has
waiting.
one of these
You've
people.
given 3 examples. I haven't heard a weird one yet.
You hand him vanilla ice cream in a fucking cone and he's like, I need ketchup. And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with you, Dave? What the fuck is wrong with what happened with that car? There's some reason you want ketchup on your vanilla ice cream and I don't fucking understand it. That's what this screams to me, is like these autistic people that want absolutely one specific food in every single food that they eat.
See, I didn't even get that. Like I said, like these are just normal recipes, and you don't put it on anything on the screen ever. So the nice people
There's no
can
reason to-
watch. Yeah, the
there's no
nice people
reason
can
to
watch,
scroll Reddit
engage,
for
and
people.
read for themselves as we scroll and go into more than one example to fill out the segment.
But yeah, like this shit is just retarded to me. I don't fucking get it. I don't get why people would do this. I don't get why people would look at this or be like, "Oh, what's the weird thing?" No,
Well, the whole thing
weird
about
is-
like the pickle brine is that's why Chick-fil-A's so good because that's what makes their chicken work.
Hey, look at this
Teaspoon
layout actually working.
teaspoon of oyster sauce, brown onion soup powder might seem like some good tech for that deeper flavor.
Well, you could use a lot of soup powders like that. I've seen people use things like broccoli and cheddar soup and things like fucking pot roast and stuff in order to make like a cheesy flavor in it. And it's like, okay,
Cream of chicken is underrated. Like you throw cream of chicken into something,
I
bangs.
will never eat cream of anything because my mom absolutely ruined that entire idea of making casseroles 2 to 3 times every single week for the last week of the month
Unlucky.
every month.
Keep scrolling. Let's look for some good ones.
Dash of
Or
vanilla powder and
ones
potato leek soup.
I put vanilla in shit. It's good. Gochujang juice in a lot of things. Wow, everyone
In a
does
lot
that.
of things, especially pasta dishes. Wasn't there like a full year where sriracha was a flavor in everything?
Yeah, there was a sriracha train.
I always replace bell peppers with poblanos.
Dude
Bells
says
are boring as
unsweetened
fuck.
cocoa and chili. It's called mole. That's an
Yeah,
entire Mexican thing.
it's a
See,
completely
and then
different food, you tard.
that guy nailed it. Came here for
Yep.
interesting stuff, but it's just none of them are weird. Tarragon in soups. Who would have guessed?
I put tomato paste in 60% of my recipes. Dude, you sound like you're just an
Every
autist who
Italian
doesn't
does
want to
that.
change. Yep.
Yeah,
A
so
splash of soy sauce in my bolognese or ragu. Pickle juice
that seems like an interesting one.
in tartar sauce.
So yeah, like I just this goes back to our trend of just finding useless Reddit threads and stuff where it's like you can't go to Reddit to get a good idea because everyone wants to make it about themselves and they're all just like sub 90 IQ midwits living the most mundane lives not realizing that they have not done anything exceptional. Their ideas are not novel.
Like, if you're going to go out of your way to like live and be very, very consistent with absolutely everything, I completely get it. Like, I think most people do. Like, if you sit here and you have a fucking 3, 4 course meal for dinner or breakfast every single day, and they're always different meals, you're probably the one that sticks out. Most people probably do eat a relatively similar breakfast, at least on a weekly basis, a relatively similar dinner on a weekly basis, maybe even a monthly one. But like at some point, you have to fucking explore a little bit and just not put your head in the sand so far that you think that you're fucking unique. Because that's what it screams to me is like, oh my God, I'm the first person that thought of this. It's like, no, no, you aren't. There's no way in hell.
Except for that pumpkin one. That actually that dude's going places.
Like, honestly, okay, good for you. Try it. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck cares? It's great. Hopefully, it's fantastic for whoever does try it. But it's like, some of these things absolutely are like brain dead.
Yep, that's why I thought it'd be an interesting segment. But going back to like ketchup and pickle juice, I hate brines and vinegary stuff. I don't know why. Like every time, like I don't like ketchup. I hate ketchup. It's
I
it just
like
doesn't
barbecue
work with
sauce
me.
more.
And then pickles will make me puke. And I've tried. It's one of those foods where it's just like I like being a foodie. I like finding enjoyment in higher class food or even simple food or like watching Food Network and stuff and making my own recipes. So it's like I have to be cultured enough to like pickles, right? I will force myself until I can enjoy pickles. Never ever. And then just from that, it's like, oh, now ketchup has fallen off for me, and I hate mustard. Honey mustard, disgusting, will make me puke. Regular mustard, disgusting. Anything that has vinegar.
I don't like mustard, and I
Except for
do not.
except for rice. I love sushi rice. That has like the right level. But once you hit like sweet sour for me, it's over.
I cannot fucking stand mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is like, I don't know if it's just the texture thing, how much it was around all of the fucking time. I cannot take mayonnaise in any form or fashion.
To me, a
There's
little bit of mayonnaise will make a dish better, but there can easily be too much that makes it bad.
there is only one thing that I will accept in this house that I will eat made with mayonnaise, and it's something that my aunt and my mom used to call cream cucumbers, which I think across the country is just cucumber salad. But it's just like mayonnaise, sugar, and cucumbers. That's it. And I guess my aunt puts in vinegar of some kind in order to make it slightly different. I have no fucking idea. I can't even make it because if I make it, I can't eat it. I can't look at mayonnaise. It just squicks me out completely. So I get it. Like I get your whole I can't have ketchup, I can't have mustard. Like it's just like no, not at all. I'd rather just have
Condiments
barbecue
just don't
sauce.
work with some people, and it's weird.
It's weird how like black and white it is.
Hmm. And
Like my
how like
daughter
you
fucking
can
loves
never
mustard.
acquire that taste.
Yeah. And it's not even like different kinds.
Hmm.
Because how many people are like, "Oh, I don't like barbecue sauce." There's legitimately 4 or 5 different legitimate different kinds of barbecue sauce. If you don't like one of them, you don't like any of them. There is no difference of like, "Oh, I tried this barbecue
Hmm.
sauce and it's fantastic. I tried that one and I like that one more." No,
I
you
never
either
liked
like barbecue
Worcestershire
or you don't.
sauce, but I'll take other barbecue sauce.
Worcestershire sauce isn't barbecue sauce.
Fair.
I only use Worcestershire sauce in this one fucking way, and I don't even know why this worked so strongly in my house. So I was a vegetarian, the bullshit kind of vegetarian where I ate chicken nuggets and hot dogs. Everything else I didn't fucking eat until I was like 8. And then like every my actual biological father started forcing me to eat things like ground beef and stuff like that, even though still don't like ground beef. But my mom started making steaks and she absolutely killed steaks at first. But she told me to try the raisin sauce A1 on steak for a little bit. And I was like, okay with that. I was okay with like Italian dressing and steak. Yeah, I don't even know why I tried that, but and that worked until I was like 12, 13 ish. And then she finally started trying to learn how to cook steak. And this was how my godmother tried cooking steak at first. She made a sauce with Worcestershire sauce and A1 sauce and like the grease drippings of the steak that you cook in like a cast iron or whatever.
So weird gravy.
Weird, yeah. But it's not bad. Like I'm not going to openly say that it's the greatest juice or sauce that you could ever make, but it's not bad. It's weird to think that it's fish raisin soup that you're putting a steak in, but don't think of it like that. Don't think of it like that. That's kind of fucked up. It's really fucked up when you find out what things are made from because it really makes you confused. But like, yeah, that's the one way that I've ever found like Worcestershire sauce is like something that I've done. So like I'll make that with like rice if I'm making white rice and I'm making it with something with that's not chicken. I'll make that sauce into the rice and stuff like that, and that's not bad. But that's kind of like the only way I like Worcestershire sauce either. It's weird.
Yeah,
It has a
it's
weird
weird.
fucking smell.
I got really offended one time because I made like an incredible steak for my ex and all my roommates and stuff, and when
Mm.
we were living together, and it was like I made this garlic butter cream sauce. I did a lemon pepper dry rub. I somehow just managed to like cook it to perfection. And one of the dudes just pulls out his A1 and just drenches it in that. And I knew, and the problem is I wasn't strong enough to take him. I wanted to swing. I poured all my heart and love into it, and then just fucking pulled. That's like you did. I have made my own sauce. You put that
It's
on
already
bad
got
steak.
sauce.
You
You
put that
put
on
that on
bad
bad.
steak. Yeah, you don't put that on filet.
You don't put that on anything that's over $15. If it's more than $15 for the entire meal, you don't put A1 sauce on it. It's fucking
Yeah, so
retarded.
like no matter the food discussion, it can just trigger me because it's like, oh yeah, pickles, oh yeah, mustard. I don't like any of that.
No, and it's so fucking weird. I think the worst
Oh,
thing that
also,
I've
really quick, macaroni salad. I love it, but it always has mustard in it, so I hate it unless I make it myself without mustard.
I don't like anything like that. I hate all salads because of mayonnaise.
But yeah, so like the thing is,
Mayonnaise and mustard, I lose
since I'm
all of
down
them.
with mayo, I love salads except when there's just mustard or a detectable amount of mustard in it. GG.
And I don't like pickling brine either. So like even like antipasta salad where it's like cheese and olives and pepperoni and salami, I'm still like, that's fucking gross. Take out the olives, take out the pickle brine, and I'll be fine. Just drench it in Italian dressing if that's what you want. But like, no, that's gross. People are weird. I think the worst thing that I've seen food wise, at least recently, which this is it's weird how long ago that was. This is like 15 years ago. My ex brother in law, who's genuinely this bad, he was cooking a pot of spaghetti. And instead of standing there and making sure the spaghetti didn't burn or anything like that, this dipshit goes into his fucking room, turns on his PS2, and starts playing video games while he was cooking dinner for the entire house. And that 2 pounds of spaghetti that he put into a boiling pot of water turned into absolute mashed potatoes with lines in it with no water in the pot. I've
That's
never
actually
seen.
an accomplishment because it should just turn into charcoal at some point.
I caught it. I don't know, like if I caught
Mm.
it at like the most perfect time to
Yeah, like
be near the
as the
mashed
water,
potatoes.
as the last drop, the last molecule evaporated out of it, you caught it instead of it just burning to a crisp.
Yeah, it didn't burn. I have no idea how that worked, but it legitimately was like starch mashed potatoes, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And they're like, "So you guys are still eating this, right?" And I'm like, "No, this just
That
secured that
is
I'm not
all
eating
yours,
this
buddy.
weekend. Have fun. I'm not eating this weekend. I will go home and I will eat whatever shit food my mom cooked
I will chew on a
as soon as
twig.
I go. Yep, I. This is why I looked so bad." But yeah, no, that was the worst thing that I've seen somebody cook, and like obviously tried to cook because they're like, yeah, I'll cook dinner for everybody, and then they're like, nah, you know what, Spyro's more important.
Hmm. Yeah,
And you're like,
and
oh, how
going
old
back
was
to what you
he?
said,
16.
I could make food when I was 16. My friends couldn't though. It was weird. My friends would come over and I'd like fry up like fish or chicken for them. They'd be like, "Wow, how do you know how to cook?" It's like it's not hard.
Oh, both my kids love to cook. They ask me how to cook different things all of the fucking time. But I saw this fucking meme and I still shared it again. It's like if you get into a relationship with anybody and their birthday starts with a two, you know for damn sure they don't know how to cook and they're bringing your ass to McDonald's. So accept it now or find somebody slightly older. Maybe they'll know how to cook or know how to cook yourself. Those are the only answers.
Hmm.
That's all we got left, boys.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I was also a vegetarian as a kid, mostly because like all the meat was just terrible. Where it's like, oh, every time you have fish tick or fish stick, it's freezer burnt. Every time you have ground beef, it's like the lowest quality inedible stuff. I'm like, how do people eat this? And then eventually I went into chicken, but I had like my first piece of chicken at like 14 or something. And my family cooked not great chicken because they just drenched it in balsamic. They were just like, "Oh, we're so fancy. We got balsamic vinegar." And then they would just drench it in that until it turned red. The chicken was red all the way through
Hey, they
red.
said you needed red meat. That's the answer. You needed red meat. So they made red meat.
And we're talking well, I'm talking red. It I don't know how they did it. It didn't make sense. It was like pan fried. It was not dry, but also not juicy because it was just soaked in balsamic. And I don't know. And then it was the texture of rubber, but it was like it's. I had to eat it or I died.
The other weird thing that my parents, my grandparents used to do is any meat that they had in the freezer, they would willingly put in spaghetti sauce. No matter if it was like deer, no matter if it was pork, no matter if it was sausage or chicken or whatever, it went into the spaghetti sauce. And if they made burgers like 3, 4 days ago, it was like, oh, dude, that's perfect to go in the spaghetti sauce. We got meatballs now. It was like, oh my fucking God, this is disgusting. I'm
Hmm.
so happy that like I don't have memories of eating that shit because it squicks me out so fucking bad. And it makes me realize the tism that I actually had my entire life, but didn't really
Well, the
realize that I
crazy thing
had
is
it
for
till
me is
now.
like cooking isn't hard and making good food isn't hard if you just like try and apply yourself. Instead, so like it's just a chain. Like that's actually generational trauma. It's just a chain of like the shit meal that you survived on that you then pass down. And there's actually like some kind of degradation over time that you don't make it better. You don't care to improve it. That your comfort food is just the most bottom tier, blandest, disgusting food.
My mom used to make this meal that came from my grandma. I don't know how far back it goes before that, but it was called gravy train. And when you say gravy train, most people assume you're talking about the dog food. She legitimately would make this food that was ground beef with gravy and like thickened gravy to the point where it was like biscuits and gravy level gravy with beef broth and stuff in it. And it would be over top of mashed potatoes that you got out of a box. Not even the expensive like packaged mashed potatoes, but legitimately like the shittiest mashed potatoes you could find. And the ground beef wouldn't be like the tray of ground beef. It would be the, oh, here's a tube of ground beef for $8.75 for 5 pounds of it. We're gonna dump all of it in this one big meal for everybody. You're that squicked out by food?
I'm doing it for the bit, but my God, that doesn't sound great.
No, no. Surprisingly, it didn't like trigger me badly, and I could eat it. I didn't have a problem with it. I
But now you have to
slathered it
consider.
in fucking salt and pepper,
Yeah.
but I will not cook it for my kids.
Well, now you have to consider like that is the foundation from which your parents' food grew from. They were just like, oh, I hated that. So anything they think is better is marginally better, but still horrible.
Well, it's really weird because my mom did not use salt and pepper at all. She
Why?
like used no seasoning. And it's not even like the stereotypical, oh, as a whole, she was just that white that she would season her chicken with Dawn dish soap. No, she was told by her grandmother, well, her mother, that she wasn't allowed to have any salt or pepper or any seasoning in her food because of her heart problems and her breathing problems. So it completely disconnected her from seasoning for some fucking reason. And if you know the stories about my mom being a very large individual, it makes zero sense.
It's like that. The salt and pepper wasn't the problem, especially because there's salt in everything, anyways.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't fucking make any damn sense. There's fucking
Mhm.
salt and water, you dipshits. It's just like you got to be at least a little bit understanding of where you're eating and what you're doing. But yeah, shit's so fucking stupid. So, did you see the leaks? Well, not even leaks anymore. The announcement of the cast for the Zelda movie. I know you're a Nintendo guy. I don't
I
know
don't
if you
care
care
about
about Zelda.
movies. I don't care about just movies or casts or actors. I don't know who anyone is.
Well, these two, I was happy that they went with unknowns. That was my biggest thing is like make them sort of look like the characters and make them not somebody knows.
I don't
Because if
like unknowns either, though, because then you get things like the Minecraft movie where like those kids didn't make any sense.
but would you want Tom Holland playing Link?
I don't
That'd
know
be
who that
kind of
is.
weird. Tom Holland, Spider-Man,
I mean, you have
and
to
the
get
dude from
like a
Uncharted.
known young actor.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to do the known person is Ganondorf, and I think that's going to be the the dude who's Aquaman. I can't fucking think of his name. Jason Momoa.
Because what I could tell is that like the cast for the Mario movie was correct.
Yes, it was, and I thoroughly
So
love that movie.
yeah,
That's the last. That and Sonic, they did really good with those movies.
yeah. So like the thing is, when you most of the time, whenever I see like an unknown actor, it's like, wow, you are the most bland. Just like the new crop of actors just cannot act. They have no inflection. They have no passion in it.
Well, that's a really interesting point because of how many things like people like Zendaya are in. It makes it fucking, oh my god, I don't fucking care. I genuinely don't fucking care. I haven't seen very many movies in a while. But it's like, are people like Harvey Weinstein actually the reason why we had interesting fucking actors and actresses?
Hmm.
Is that really the point we were at where he's like, I like her feet. I want to do that. To the point where he's like, yeah, I brought in the attractive people and the fun people and everything else in order for them to be the people that grew.
See, the weird thing is that's when you expect the quality to tank. 'Cause they're just like, oh, you're hot, but you have no personality and no skill. However, I guess he just had the magic. He had the magic to find like someone interesting and good and of quality that he also just wanted to molest.
Bang. Just bang. And it's like,
Well,
can we,
like not quite questionably consensual banging. I would
Exactly.
put
And it's
in
just
that
like,
molest category.
why? Why did that add value to fucking Hollywood? And
I
I
don't
don't
know,
get
but it
it.
did. And they came out with more character and passion in acting, even though they were in fear of the dude. How did it
But yet,
work?
so in fear of the dude that they kept signing with him and signing for more. No, not even going
No,
there.
that we can't go
I
any
don't
further. Like it
understand.
doesn't make it just doesn't make sense. Hi, dog.
It makes so much sense that the Epstein files are now a fucking conspiracy theory for some fucking reason.
That's a weird one.
And I don't understand where everybody is jumping ship. Like there's three there's 3% approval rating on how Trump is handling the Epstein files.
Yeah, that's where I think like social media brain rot is going too far. Where like everyone has been on this narrative since it happened. Where like every 5 minutes, you're not saying like Epstein didn't do himself, then like you weren't with it. Like that is just the slogan of our generation. That is everyone's like default state. So
I
anything
think
contrary to that just has like the most guttural reaction.
I think honestly, everybody understands. Even Ghislaine Maxwell, we're seeing her openly talk and say, "Hey, I will tell all. I'll tell everything right now." It's like, okay,
I have no
something
idea what the dog could be up about.
something has gone on at some point. Do you need to give her 5 minutes or are you good?
No, I took her out before we started and fed her.
Okay. Just making sure you're good. But like with Ghislaine talking and shit like that, it's like, okay, so we know something happened. You had Trump say something happened. Everybody said something happened. Now all of a sudden nothing happened. We need to stop questioning it. We need to stop looking at it and everything else. And at some point, it's like, there's no way that that's how it is. There's just no way. That's not how things work.
Well, that's why I also think like the reaction is going way too far. Where it's like we know something weird is happening and we're not getting the whole truth, but like the backlash of it to also just try to be like, oh, Trump's canceled now because he won't do anything about the Epstein files after everything else, the other dozen things saving the country have been an absolute slam dunk, and it's like, oh yeah, that's what Trump is over for, which is like, look, and
I
it's
don't
also one of
like
those
him
things where
doubling down. I really don't.
I don't either, but the thing is, this is just the 1 week news cycle nonsense bullshit everyone gets obsessed with because we're so cooked that we can't breathe. No one can breathe. All we know is hate and viral outrage and like social brigading to where we can't just chill because what if Trump is actually just right about all this, even though like it contradicts a lot of statements, even him. But the thing is, if there was dirt on this, like if Trump was in the files, Biden would have released it day one. So that means
And
it's not a complete series. It's not a complete list.
I don't disagree with you there. So I don't know if you've seen the leaked files of like his Rolodex and stuff like that. That's what that is, you fucking dipshits. Let me just fucking explain that. There is an archive file that's going around that people can read. It's available right now. Go look for it. I'm sure you're able to find it. And everybody's so shocked that Donald Trump's information's there. Why would
Except we've
Donald Trump's
already been through this because that came out with the
we
2019 thing when he went to jail.
exactly. So that is a Rolodex. That is not a oh my god, I have this on this person
That's
and this
that's
on
not
that
his
person.
client book of every like what people want is they want the little black book. They want to where you open it up, the name is there, and then it says 5, and it's like, oh, he did 5 girls, and like maybe there's X's and check marks back to it, like, oh, so
Or
3.
this happened, and this happened.
That's what I mean. Like you want it to where it's just like, oh, there's like tick box and everything. Like, oh, this guy did 3 favors for Epstein, but he has 2 more to pay off. No, it doesn't work that way.
It's on this hard drive with this thing. No, I think honestly, Epstein was a shady fucking dude and did shady fucking shit. Do I think that there's this big, crazy fucking black book where everything's available? No.
Well,
But I
also, like,
think honestly,
you don't keep your books like that because then when you get caught, it's extra bad, or like then you can't escape it.
I do think that there is information. I
Yeah.
do think that there is stuff that is
Maybe
able
there
to
is
be
a hard
found.
drive somewhere. And that's another thing where like people are mad, like, oh, conservatives just blocked the release of the files. Well, Democrats tried to sneak in some garbage at the end of the bill anyways. And if it's about immediately releasing all the files, if there is any content, that means the government is publishing CP. We can't have that, so we gotta block that immediately.
And honestly, I think both of us would agree with this. Any files that have been classified up until now that are not ongoing things, release all of it.
Hmm.
Just release it.
Yeah, and also Trump's confidence when he was just like, "Oh, they're gonna find Bill with this Epstein thing." Like that's like why I don't like Trump's turning and then doubling down because he was hyped for it. He was like, "Yo, I can't wait to get in and find this on Bill."
I think the only reason, and this is my like thinking about this logically and trying to find the reason why he's flipping.
Hmm.
This is what it makes sense to me, is that it includes both of the heads of the DNC and the RNC. It includes both of those chair situations or very, very, very high up people in both parties, whether that's supporters or like the actual foundation of the parties. And he cannot do it.
Oh, I'm just thinking like, what if it's actually getting to the point of Occam's razor? Because like, even though the left is like Trump lies about everything, like Trump has been honest and straightforward about everything else. So yeah, unless it's like super duper incomprehensibly serious with whatever's going on there, or what if it's just a mundane thing. That like, yeah, he trafficked, gives like he went to jail for his thing. Ghislaine Maxwell's in jail, and then he killed himself because now he's just locked in a cell for the rest of his life. Like, what if it's just that simple? And Trump's like, bro, we still need to secure the border. We need to figure out these H-1Bs, and I need to help Americans. Can you not get stupid about this? Like, there could be some serious stuff, but it's not that big of a
Well,
deal. We'll figure it out in 6 months. Not now. It does not have to happen now.
if he came out and said that, I think the answer would be so much more acceptable. But he should have said that a week ago. It should have been when this started. He said, guys, just don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll deal with the Epstein thing like 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going anywhere. He's still hanging. It's fine. But awesome, wonderful,
Mm-hmm.
Alligator Alcatraz is getting 6 million new people in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
Let's work on that first.
See, like that's an interesting thing because because we're shutting down a lot of child trafficking as well through all the border lockdowns and controlling on that, and we're finding the people that are running kids through the network in this country. So like we're making progress there, and I think I can understand Trump's point in that regard. Where it's like Epstein's dead. Nothing changes the fact that Epstein's dead. We got
I
time.
also
He's been
think
dead the entire time. We got time to figure this out.
I think
No
they're
one else is
checking
getting
this.
trafficked through Epstein anymore.
I think they're checking this box at the wrong time.
Yeah.
If they're being 100% truthful, this should not have come before Diddy. This should not have come before the Diddy case. This should not be right after the Diddy case. This is shit that you say midterms. After midterms.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you release this.
Well, actually, but also it's on the other time where if he's like, there's actually nothing in the files, like literally nothing in the files, I'm going to get obliterated for this because I don't have anything. There is nothing. Whether it's a cover up, whether like he can't publish anything because he doesn't have it. So actually now's the best time to do it because a year from now, everyone's going to fucking forget and not care. Or we'll have the real information and then Trump's back.
But the Diddy argument with what happened with him not getting the RICO charges, him not getting prostitution charges, him not
Mm-hmm.
getting those two charges that fell on him, is that shows that we're allowing cover-ups.
But I've
It's the
seen
exact
no one
reason why
actually
somebody.
blame that on Trump or care about how that played out
Oh,
other than just like, oh, that's stupid.
I'm just saying that
Mm-hmm.
the people that actually care about this shit, their hearts were hurt by Diddy, and then it was cut completely open by people coming out for Epstein saying, "Oh, well, there's nothing." Okay, we're not all smooth-brained fucking gorillas here. We all fucking understand that there's information about what happened with Diddy, and we all understand that there's information that happened with Epstein. We both get this. Everybody gets this. Okay, we all understand that there's information nobody will ever see. We get this. Both of them should have been charged to the highest level. Openly. I don't think anybody thoroughly believes that there's nothing on Epstein. I don't think Trump even believes that.
Mm-hmm.
Logically. He was very, very open in saying that he was a shitty person, and he was very, very open in saying exactly what happened there. It sounds like
Well, I think
too many
it's not
people
that
are.
there's nothing. It's that it all already came out, and that's why he went to jail. Now
Yeah.
we'll see like how it develops and stuff, but that's what I mean. Like everyone's getting all worked up over that for nothing, and then we'll find out how it comes out. And then it also old Donnie, man, everything's 4D chess. Who knows? Like I think it's one of those things where by saying no, now we'll get the Democrats to publish it, and now it's like 70% them, 30%
And
conservatives that were involved.
that was my feeling. Is that is what I expected
Because
to
they
be
were the
the
ones that
answer.
blocked it. Like according to Trump, he's just like they were the ones that got their hands in this and fucked it up during Biden and made it to where we can't figure out what's going on anymore. They're the ones that buried all the evidence and we can't find it. Sorry. Shut up. Now he's just mad at the kids yelling at him where he's just like, I'm trying to save the country. Epstein's dead. No one's getting hurt through him anymore. Can we please just not worry anymore? I'm turning the car around. You don't make any friends doing that, but that's how he feels when he's trying to actually do good. We have a budget surplus and people care about the Epstein files more.
It just
We got
it
time to
make
learn about the world.
it makes me feel like there's a lot of smooth brain motherfuckers in this situation. You have Republicans saying, "Okay, guys, nothing's in the Epstein files." Okay, that's not true. If there is Epstein files,
I don't like that
there's an
because
answer.
it's like everything's going too far. There's the grifters that are just like parroting Trump for their engagement,
Yeah,
and then there's people that have just like completely turned on Trump for no reason, even though 99%, literally everything else he's done has been amazing for you. This is not like this should not be the make or break voter thing because people are always mad where it's just like,
this should
oh,
be the thing.
women are single decision voters on abortion and that's it. And then people get mad at that. If you're a single decision Epstein voter, you're stupid.
It's in the same vein as abortion.
Hmm.
It just is. It's like, as a whole, if you wouldn't do it, but you think it should be used in extreme cases, your answer shouldn't be check yes, Democrat. That's logical to me. It's very logical. But as a whole, it shouldn't be, oh my God, I need to vote for the people that didn't publish Epstein's
Hmm.
shit. No, the shit should have been published. Let's just be honest. It
Yeah.
should be.
Exactly. That's what like it's weird, but if there was anything like it's this being about Trump or his friends or covering up, if there was anything to hurt the conservatives, it would be out there in the open. So like Biden not
It
dropping
makes me
it,
feel like it makes me feel like it goes across the board.
yeah, it's everyone. Everyone's involved, and that's also like the deeper conspiracy. But even then, it'll just take time, and that's
If
not
it
something
hit
Trump can
Biden,
do anything
if
about.
it hits Obama, like how many
Yeah.
weird fucking things have we heard Biden say?
And that's what I mean. Like, I don't think Trump is covering for himself. He's just not allowed because the president is not omnipotent, and we learned that in his first term.
Or he is. He
If he
said
was, no,
weird
if he
suspect
was,
things too. You know what I'm saying?
no, but like if he was, they would have nuked it all. They would have torn everything down just to get rid of the threat of the orange man. The derangement is so strong.
They couldn't have crashed Clinton and Obama if both of
Easily.
them are on there.
They're already gone. They are already completely removed from the social discord. They will, because like Trump's a relevant current threat. Biden and Clinton, or not Biden, Obama and Clinton mean literally nothing to the political landscape right now.
No, because I think if they openly have Obama there, then it falls to Biden. If Biden was there, then the presidency goes to Harris, who's completely fucking losing it.
That's what they want. They like if there's no Trump, Harris wins. They know that, so they'll take him out. They'll like I said, they'll nuke everything, and then that's good for them because now they can bring in their new commie establishment. They can just run Harris because no one else exists anymore, and Harris wins by default.
And it's the
And
way
also,
this,
like the left is so deranged, they don't care. Like I've told my friends, like the commie that I keep talking about. Whenever anything comes up, it's always yeah, but Trump. It's like, bro, Clinton actually got impeached for shenanigans in the White House, and somehow Democrats aren't more promiscuous and depraved. Trump, but Trump's a rapist. He was acquitted on that. Those are not rape charges.
the crazy thing is the felonies from everything I've seen is 37 times that he paid Michael Cohen back money.
It's the same exact thing, which is literally a misdemeanor, and the only way it's a felony is because they fake tied it to his campaign.
Yep. That's it.
So like that's what I mean. Like Trump did
Like-
a misdemeanor, but the derangement goes so hard.
Like, even if you want to say it's a felony, okay, whatever. Like, I understand it could be. I'm not saying it's not. I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't care. Even if it is one felony, that is not the first felony that any president has
Yeah.
achieved. Like, just it's not. There's war crimes that we've had presidents commit.
Oh,
That
Obama. That's all. That's the entirety of Obama.
that's my point. Is like there's war crimes that both sides have cheered on, and you can't just sit here and blindly accept some but not accept others. That's not how politics
Yeah.
works.
Also, Hunter's laptop. Hunter's laptop is the embodiment of Democrat corruption. We got underage in there. We got drug use. We got felonies. We got corruption and dealings. Like that's a crazy thing. It's like no one's bringing up that there's a Burisma. We have Ukraine. We have like direct higher up Ukraine connections in the Hunter laptop. While he's giving money to his dad, while they're sharing a bank account, and also doing some mortgage fraud or something, and then we give like 100 billion to Ukraine. It all makes sense right there. But no, Democrats just brush that one off. So they'll just be like, they don't care who else is in that list. It could be every Democrat on earth could be in that Epstein file. As long as Trump's in there, they take it as a win.
And honestly, I think both of us would be like, hey, if there's proof of anybody, I don't fucking
Yeah. Meanwhile,
care who it is.
conservatives are just like open up. We don't care either. We want to know who's bad, so we can actually just be conservatives. We can
And I
run a
don't care
good
if
moral compass again.
I don't care if it takes all of the judges out. I don't care if it
I
takes
want
the
all the
entire
judges out.
Supreme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
that's the
care
thing.
how
We
many
want to
people
burn it
fall.
down. We want all the rhinos out. We know that these are the bad people that went there, and they're not the conservatives that represent us. We want a clean house. So we get our representatives in without any corruption.
If it's 100%, take 100%. But if like some weird dude like Madison Cawthorn rolling around in his wheelchair has a problem with being gay but not openly being gay, you think I honestly give a fuck? No. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
hate this shit because they just want to paint everything as like this big negative fucking thing. And it's not. It's not. Not everything's the fucking same.
Yeah. Give it time. Stop being terminally online. Keep winning. The country's again budget surplus. I can't. CPI is down. My groceries are like 40% off compared to this time last year. It's unbelievable.
Well, the other weird thing that's happening, and I obviously haven't been online all this week, is the stop killing games stuff. I
That's
don't
also
fully
stupid.
I don't
I'm on the
fully
pirate software side.
I figured you were, but I don't understand why everybody's getting mad at him specifically. I do understand stop killing games and like what they're trying to say, but I don't understand why it's piracy versus non-piracy. You know what I'm saying? Like it's getting muddy and confusing.
Okay, so the reason why everyone hates pirate software is because he is the big voice opposition to it. He has enough power and influence to completely destroy the movement, so he must be absolutely destroyed at all costs, regardless if he's right or not, because that's just cancel culture and how these politics work.
Yeah.
And I agree with him because it's like, well, a dev should not be responsible
Hold on. Lay out the baseline of what it is.
Well, the stop killing games is that like you can't just close your service of your game that people paid money for and then just not have any more support for it whatsoever.
Okay.
And I'm just actually good call right there on that one. And I'm in the boat of you're paying for a license. That's what a game is. You are buying a license, you are opting into terms, and if you are now surprised that those terms come into effect, or you believe that like, oh yeah, a server's supposed to be up for 20 years because I paid $60 for a game and I went online like 10 years ago and now people are closing the service on it or something. It's like that's stupid that you're getting offended by that. It's stupid to force indefinite like loss upon a dev for whatever reason. And then the other option is like, well, then release the source code so we can make our own stuff. It's like, oh, now you want them to give up any future potential for making other games or having their own proprietary engine because you just want to be able to play a dead game 40 years from now or even 10 years from now.
So I struggle because I like the nuanced part of this conversation. I have liked mods and stuff of like COD 4 and stuff like that when they're released. I thoroughly love them. Do I completely understand why Call of Duty sends a cease and desist letter of like, don't fucking do that? Absolutely. I completely understand. Go play the game if that's what you want. Some of them are unsafe. But obviously, that's not what this is talking about. I think that if it's not an online service game, always online should not be the fucking answer. And I do think that that is probably going to end up becoming a part of this or already has been.
Hmm.
And that's part of the problem is like, why should a Zelda title be always online? Why should my Switch 2 always have to be online at that point? If I've already cleared the point of I purchased it. Now I know
Well,
that there's the
that's
other
not.
piracy part of it,
Yeah.
but like,
Well, the thing is, like, that's actually not a relevant part because there's no examples of that. If there's an always online game, it's blatant. It's upfront that you are purchasing an always online game. So if there's something that gets in the way of that that makes a game non-playable, there's zero surprise to that. If you are surprised, you are either an idiot or feigning outrage because that is exactly what you paid for. You are getting what you paid for and you're upset about it. Well, then that means you're just an entitled brat that doesn't understand how
well,
their luxury works.
so I dealt with something with this, and I was a fucking idiot at this point because I was just starting to explore
Hmm.
other games other than Call of Duty. But I bought Fallout New Vegas used from GameStop because I was like, okay, I've never tried these games before. I like watching Wings of Redemption's Let's Play of, I believe it was Fallout 4 at the time, but I don't want to buy Fallout 4 because fucking $60 is a lot for a game I don't even know if I'm going to like or not. So I'll buy one of the older ones. They say that this is the best one. Let's get this one. And when I put it into my PS3 or PS4, whatever the fuck it was at that time, it wouldn't read the disc because I didn't have the operator license to it. Because buying the used game didn't give me the license to operate it. No,
But that was
who's
a
a,
big thing about the PS3, 4, whatever. Like that was
yeah,
a well-known issue that you couldn't
I think it
transfer
was that
games.
specific game,
Yeah.
even because some games you could buy used and it would work, some you can't. And when everybody is doing their own thing, like we saw when the PS4 and the Xbox One started, and they started talking about game transfers and stuff like that, there was a lot of those conversations of like, oh, these games won't always be available. They'll always be online. You have to have DRM that's shown every 30 minutes or whatever. And people, I think, got really lost in the sauce of like what any of that meant.
Hmm.
And that's, I think, what we're seeing is a lot of people that genuinely just don't understand. I bought a Switch for my youngest because she wanted to start playing Pokemon. She wanted to start understanding games and stuff like that. That Switch can't even go online. I bought one from the Amazon warehouse because I was like, hey, it's a 4 year old's fucking Switch. More than likely, it's going to get broken. Do I really care about it going online? No. But if I wanted it to, it probably should be able to. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's weird little
But
loopholes
that's
like that
what
where it's like,
returns are for, where it's just like you gave me a defective product because you didn't test it.
yeah, absolutely. I'm just
Hmm.
like, there's weird little things like that where it's like, okay, no, there really needs to be some sort of protection here. Like, hey, if you're going to sunset a game, say COD 4. I understand sunsetting COD 4 at this point. It's fucking old. There's zero reason for you to be, 100,000 people deep on COD 4 right now. Sunset it. But if it was an always online game, even for the campaign, even for the spec ops and that kind of stuff, you probably should update your game so that way the things that are offline should be able to be played offline still.
See, I don't care about that. Where it's just like that's the game the people bought. If you didn't like it, then you should have abstained. And since you didn't, you gave them the money, so they're doing it again. If this was not meant to work, if people actually hated this, then don't buy the game. You can live without Call of Duty for 2 years until the next one comes out, and then it has an offline mode. But you didn't, so you lost. I have no sympathy for brats at that point. And then also, on always online is weird because it's not always just like the single player game experience. People saying always online about Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever, that's just a complete lie. Even with like the game cartridges or whatever, the key cards, you put that in once, you download it, and then it's exactly the same. There's literally no difference out that after that. You don't have to connect online anymore. Just the one online connection because you're downloading it off the eShop. That's it. So
So
that's where it
only
gets
if you get
messy.
one of the key cards instead of the actual game cards, which they still sell if you
Yeah.
if you're smart and know what you're buying.
It's not even if you're smart. 90% are the actual game cards. The whole key card thing is idiots not understanding how it works. That those are very specific, very limited, very niche, clearly labeled things.
Yeah. But they want to, misguide people and cover
It
up
no, it literally has zero to do
nuance.
with. It's impossible to misguide with that. Those.
It's stupidity. It's
Yeah,
honestly
that's what.
stupidity. I agree with you there.
Mhm.
That's what I'm
And
saying is like,
it's no different except it's just like it's a download code on a card if you want physical media. Because the thing is, physical media doesn't exist. If you have a cartridge, it's useless because I can't take that cartridge, put it into a friend's Switch, and have my save data. My save data's on my Switch, so the cartridge means fucking nothing except I can lose it.
Yeah. And that point, I do completely understand. I understand where that nuance is of like, hey, we have to make this thing slightly different than what it was before. I would rather have digital games. I completely agree. There's zero reason to have physical media at stores anymore in 90% of situations.
Yeah.
How many games do you see on clearance when you go to fucking Walmart every single time you go? There's a fucking stack. There's fucking rows and rows of clearance games that haven't been changed out. It's not like it was in the 90s and early 2000s where there's rows and rows and rows of games.
Mm-hmm.
It just isn't.
So that's what I mean, and that's what it's like. It's all this stupid stuff, and then just like straight up lies about how any of these things work. And another people are like, "Oh, but what about the virtual cards?" It's like, you mean I can give my friend a game, and then it's automatically returned to me. I don't have to go over to their house and pick it up, or I like if I lose it, they lose it. We're fucked. No, it's automatically back. Yay, happy, done.
Yeah.
It's a good
I
thing.
remember.
Like all of these things are objectively good things. Oh, you don't like the key card? Buy the physical. There's literally no shortage of the physical because they're making
Yeah.
more.
It doesn't even seem like Nintendo did the fucked up thing like Xbox did to piss everybody off with the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if everybody remembers this, but they wanted to make it so way you had to be checked for DRM every time you open a game, and you couldn't, like, it was a console key for your specific login. So if you had multiple accounts on your system, you had to buy the game multiple times. Like they were setting it up to be really, really, really fucking fucky. Which is why PlayStation did the whole, oh, you can hand your friend your game. Here, look, we trade.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even seem like Nintendo is doing that. It seems like Nintendo's genuinely trying to change the way they
Yeah.
work. Which
They're just doing a connect online once to know you're not pirating. They do a DRM once and that's it, and that's fair. Like you gotta have that. Where I saw people getting upset, where it's like I miss the old days where I could just buy a disc, put it on, didn't need internet. Like we're in the digital age. Piracy is out of control more than ever, and everything has online connectivity. So it's not like I would take that disc and then play online with my friends. No, that's a completely isolated single player experience forever. If you ever want to go online, well then the game should have online connectivity, and no one is not going online anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just brats.
It's like 10%. But like, do I understand their point of like, hey, if there's offline parts of the game, it should be available? Yeah. I don't agree with the whole, oh, everybody should leave fucking servers open for every game.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on any fucking Call of Duty, you want to know how many fucking servers you find? Like three. Like three. Like, that's why things like plutonium and why H2M and everything else are created. Now, do I think that they're the actual answer of how to fix this? No. But if you made it so there were ways that you could create spin-off things like that, it might make your game slightly more successful.
Mm-hmm.
It might absolutely make your game more successful.
But I don't think devs should be forced to do that.
I don't think they should.
And that's what I mean. That's the consumers. Like, if devs are doing Sunset Protocol and you buy 20 million of those copies, and then those devs are able to continue that, and then you like let's say Call of Duty dies, like because they refuse to adapt. New better Call of Duty clone developer comes up, and they are the most consumer friendly thing ever. Support them. Stop supporting Activision or whatever. And if you don't, well, this is you created this and you don't like it because you can't have your cake and eat it too. You want to. I have no.
Put a date on it. Put a date on it. Like, and I think that's the most autistic answer that all of these people just need to hear. Is like, oh, I bought Anthem and it never got fully finished. Okay, yeah, you
Stop
trust
pre-ordering
EA.
games.
Stop pre-ordering. But like, if you're like, oh my god, it was an online game, I loved it, and I didn't even get to play it and enjoy it for 5 years. Okay, if there was a date on it, I would completely understand your argument. But there's no fucking date on anything. Oh, let's turn fucking video games into bread. This game expires in 2027. It seems like that's the level of smooth brain we need. And it
That's
kind of
why
solves
I'm just
both
like
problems.
the whole movement's stupid.
Yeah.
No.
Do I understand their point? Yeah, but like at the same time, oh, if this game flops and it fails, everybody gets refunds if it fails in the first 2 years.
Didn't that happen with Anthem or something.
I think it did. That's
I'm
why I
pretty sure when
used it.
like in 98% of cases, whenever a game that was supposed to be live service closes, that everything that isn't a cosmetic like store purchase is refunded. Like you get the price of your game back. Sorry, we didn't take it to the finish line. That should be how it is. And if a company doesn't do that, well, that they're bankrupt. That's why they cannot give you money because they gambled and lost, and you took the gamble with them.
The hero shooter that was released, I believe, last year, that blew up.
Concord.
They Yeah, Concord. They just said that all of the games were like recalled. They didn't even like offer full refunds. They're like, whatever it is on the shelf, that's what you get. We're just refunding it. It's
It
recalled.
was just that much
And
of a flop. It had like 2,000 concurrent players, and they put $1 billion of investment into it because they wanted to create an Overwatch. And they were just like, it is such an embarrassment that it's all just taken, soaked out. That's also like where a weird thing happens. Where like Concord discs are worth like $100 now, even though it can't do anything because it is a novelty of scarcity.
it gets weird. You know
Or
what I'm
maybe that was
saying?
also like Anthem discs, where just like the ones that didn't get recalled called to get fire saled for $5 because Walmart doesn't want them anymore, and now like they're a relic.
Like what happens, and I don't even know if these people are real anymore, but what happens to the kid that has the non-digital PlayStation or the non-digital Nintendo? You know, they have fucking 4 or 5 games. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is the one game I get this year. And you don't fucking get it because there's nothing. Like, if that was their argument, I understand. I kind of get it. But, like, as a whole, I don't fucking fully grasp it because it seems like you are just being whiny.
Yeah, they don't understand how much like a game is a luxury. They've already lost plot there. I've gotten arguments with people saying like no, and they're a necessity to life now. Uh, the devs for Postal, I replied to them because they popped up in my feed, and I was like, this is really stupid. The devs for Postal roasted me, saying that, like, oh, games have saved people from suicide, so they are right, or something like that. And
I
I was just like,
invited them on the show. I DM'd them and I was like, "Hey, I see you're bitching and complaining. Let's have this conversation." The same exact way I did with that fucking idiot.
June.
Yeah, and I was like, let's have this conversation." Okay, first off, let's be honest. Yeah, video games do help mental health. They do.
Hmm.
They also hurt it. They also hurt it a lot when you can't fucking get up. But let's be really honest.
When you are
The
addicted, yeah.
the game Postal is so much more likely to cause mental health issues than playing fucking Mario Kart. I don't think you have a right to complain here, buddy.
Yeah, and
Like,
also like the way they described it of like how much of a good it is that this is like exactly how it is, and in relation to piracy, they're like pirate our games, we don't care, all of this stuff. It's like the amount of people that have not taken their own life because they pirated a game and then that kept them together is probably five ever.
and honestly, I don't even think the people that are dealing with mental health are they're using you as a fucking meat shield. Let's be honest about that. That's
Yeah,
exactly. Oh, video games are right. No, the only reason that you're signing off on any of this conversation is because you want good PR about having a conversation in this
yeah.
situation. You are
Oh,
a
I
video
immediately
game
like looked up
about
their
going postal.
I looked up like their earnings reports or the lifetime earnings and how much money they're making because I'm just like, is this actually playing out or do they desperately need the money? So I think they've been around for 30 years, 27 years. They made like $28 million just off of like estimated revenue and stuff, and maybe have a revenue of around 6 mil. But they've also employed several dozen dev team and only made a couple of games. So it's just like, yeah, they're probably just doing maybe okay. So they just need the PR because everyone has social media brain rot. They're developing a game, so they need to get everyone playing
It's
Postal.
like Mercedes changing their image to a pride flag behind the Mercedes logo. That's what it screams to me. Is just like I'm just gonna say the
It's
thing
like we're
because
not
the
doing
thing
great,
is.
so we need like that attention to maybe go viral, and then we become the next hit again.
And honestly, if pirate software was openly wrong, like honestly, let me say it this way: if a game dev because he was working as a part of a dev team on that one game that I guess was a part of this. And he's saying, "Hey, it's fucked up for you to ask me for my IP and my information and stuff like that to create your own game with it." I don't think he's wrong there, but I don't think he's the one that should be saying it since he's part of the other side. If he is a third party, like a gamer and a streamer by himself, and that's what he parades himself as, you shouldn't be talking as a game dev, as a streamer. Like, you're kind of confusing the sides there. And that's where I think everybody kind of like rallied against him. Is like, you're talking as both sides right now. You're not just talking as somebody who plays games. You're talking about somebody who creates them.
But that's because as someone that creates them, he doesn't want the burden of being forced to make some offline or give up the source code by the law. Like, because that's another problem he has. It becomes mandated. It's not like oh, you should do this kind of thing. It's like the law says you must give up X because
Yep.
brats complained. And as a game dev, I have nothing against him for being like, I don't like this.
No. And I'm not even disagreeing with him because I kind of think I do agree with him. I haven't heard his quote, so like don't hold me to the fire if it's slightly odd. But I don't think that he's wrong in that. I just think that people honestly are smooth-brained and don't fully understand exactly who the fuck is talking. Is this ferret guy who comes around and hangs out on stream all the time and just plays games for a living? Or is this dev software who absolutely doesn't
Well, that's
do
why
anything
everyone
other
loves
than-
him, is because he always wore both hats at the same time. He
Exactly.
was cool, entertaining streamer bro, and then he also spoke for the people from the inside. And that's why everyone loved him. But then when he's 100% consistent, has one opinion that is disagreed with, must be canceled, must be absolutely destroyed, because that's the terminally online brain rot culture we live in. Cool. Would like
And
to
that's
have him on, but he seems too busy to deal with plebs like us.
He seems too huge.
Even
Like,
though
even-
he likes my tweets, but that doesn't mean anything. Cause like I'll like anyone supporting tweets, but he doesn't know who I am still. So
he might. Who the fuck knows? He might love Pokemon.
then
Like,
he'd
yeah,
follow me.
who the
We have
fuck
those
knows,
DMs
man?
open. But it's one of those things where, but he also has like a lot of time. Where it's like he streams 8 hours, then he spends 8 hours managing social media and stuff, and like, it'd be cool.
Exactly. It overlaps. It overlaps. It's fantastic.
I just want someone to cover cheating in Pokemon. If he went, wow, this cheating stuff is fucked up. Like, I need to do is like deeper. Wow, this cheating stuff is fucked up. We need to actually figure out about the corruption in the Pokemon community. This world champion got caught cheating. Maybe that's a problem. That's not even how he talk. I don't know. I need Wolf needs a ban. Someone care.
I heard the coolest fucking thing about VGC actually, and it was Gen 3-ish, like GameCube level. Hulk Hogan announced for a VGC tournament.
Yeah.
And like that is the coolest
That was the
fucking thing
Pokemon
ever.
Across America tour.
Yeah, like that's cool. I didn't know that, and I'm a Pokemon fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I just had no fucking idea. It's just
So
like that's an
the
interesting.
Pokemon Across America tour is like one of the most niche things ever that is so strange because only like 50 people, well not, it's probably more than that. I think it was like a roulette where you did a quiz, like you did a paper quiz, and if you turned it in with all the correct answers, you got to go in, and there was only like a 32 or 64 kind of thing. So it was like an incredibly small tournament for the people that actually went to like the Pokemon Mall tour. And
It's just interesting.
the rules were just like so on the fly, and it was like, I think there was a story where someone got disqualified because them and their friends were sharing a cartridge, and they got paired together at some point. So they were allowed to enter like that, and then they ended up at the same thing, and then problems happened. It was just a very strange thing, because no one knew how to play Pokemon back then. But then a meta developed where I think like Snorlax self-destruct was the #1 most used thing, because it just rinsed the entire game.
I'm not gonna quote this properly, but I heard this one fucking line from Hulk Hogan. He said that mother is paralyzed. He's straight up on the ground, brother. Hit him as hard as you can right now. He's paralyzed. When he
I
got
never
hit
heard
with
that.
Thunder
Like,
Wave,
I
and
didn't
it's just
watch
like,
the
Oh
actual.
my god, that's hilarious.
I didn't watch the
It's
commentary,
so
but
funny.
because I was
It's
trying to
so
figure out the
funny.
competitive thing. I'm like, does this matter? Were these like Smogon weirdos coming in? Like, was there anything developed? Wobbuffet was banned because it became really common that just two Wobbuffets are stuck together, and that's it, because they both have the shadow
Yep.
tag. and they
Just
can't
can't
attack
fucking
each
do
other.
anything. Yep.
Yeah. So like just why is Wobbuffet banned? Because of
No
infinite
idea.
battle clauses.
Yep.
And then
That
but I
makes
found
sense.
I found a video in Spanish with like 1,000 views with like the full breakdown, like an hour of every single detail, so granular you couldn't even find that out about a VGC tournament today. Like this dude did all the research, contacted people that were there, found like the rules and stuff. It was just so strange.
Yeah. But I thought it was so cool that it was just such a weird fucking crossover where it's like, oh, why? Yeah, nope.
Because
Whatever
WWE
kind of
kids
makes
toys,
sense.
like it was just kids
Yeah.
promotion. Also, that was early 2000s, late 90s. The 90s kids era. We had green ketchup, moon shoes, and Crossfire. Of course, Hulk Hogan is hosting Pokemon.
But that's so fucking cool.
Yeah, that was back when everything was cool. That's why like Zoomers don't understand how the world was because they weren't sentient until 2017, and that was when dead internet ticked over. So they don't understand like everything you've experienced in life as a Zoomer is objectively shit. It's not kids these days. It's not nostalgia, rose-colored glasses. You've had the worst of it, and
Yeah.
you because of that you have no respect and you have no care. And I can't feel sorry about it because you're so like obnoxious about how much you care or how little you care about shit. And you have no respect.
They just have no
90s era
respect.
90s kids actually just had it best, like objectively, and you can be mad that we had it better than you, but don't try to pretend you created anything or have anything good going on.
Yeah, you actually shared this meme with me, and it was fucking hilarious. Share screen here. This click. Oh fuck! Now it's too fucking small. Yeah, you shared
Yeah,
this
we can
fucking
we can
meme.
go to big screen maybe for some of these because that's not working.
Yep.
That's
Nope. It's not. It is right here.
there we go.
Yep. But no, this shit fucking made me giggle. Zoomers, you can invite people over. It's allowed. This is the most sad thing I've ever read. Were parties like this ever actually a thing? Where you have fucking dipshits actually doing things and being in a fucking room and everything else.
See, this is why I don't have sympathies for Zoomers because like they don't understand anything about the real world. They don't understand. Like we keep the post up and then like actually
Okay.
read the thing at some point. But like yeah, they don't understand. That's like no, you live a superficial, fabricated life because you've been cooked by social media and everything just being fake and manufactured.
It says I love the 90s and 2000s movies so much. All all of the teen movies have one of these party scenes. They all look so fun. I'm Gen Z and I've never been to anything like this. So was this a thing that doesn't happen anymore? Or is it just a Hollywood trying to make me hate my
That's
life
it's like
more?
bro, it's like there's no way you are so terminally online. There's no way that you were not sentient before dead internet to not realize anything about the past. And like you're not even trying at that point. I You cooked yourself by only living on Twitter and thinking everything on the internet is real. Where it's just like you don't think people had parties like they did in the movies. That's how culture works. The media represents everything of life at the time, which is why it was relatable and successful. And that means you've never gone to a party, you've never tried, you didn't even think to host your own party, despite your fascination with 90s and 2000s. You can't get all your friends together and have a 90s themed party because we would have 80s themed party. We would have theme. You have no creativity and ambition.
Where's actually doing things? Like I was the terminally online kid. I was the one who didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to sit there and play my fucking video game and relax, chill the fuck out. I never did any drugs. I never
And you
drank.
still
I
went
never,
outside and saw people.
I went to the roller rink and I had hung out with everybody that went there and everything else because, I wanted to see my girlfriend this time or that time. Oh, I wanted to meet a girl. I wanted to hang out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the things that you're supposed to do. Where is this whole burnout shit? I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I was the burnout. I didn't want to do things.
Yeah, like,
There were,
and that makes you a 1%, like top 1% admirable Zoomer for being like bottom tier 90s trash.
and like, I didn't fucking want to do shit. I wanted to play video games and relax. I wanted to hang out with my cousin. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to chill the fuck out and not have to do anything because everything felt like it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I still did things.
And that makes you a top 1% socialized Zoomer and the most unsocialized era person. It's crazy.
It's like in ninth grade, I had girls sitting on my lap and flashing me their titties in the school lunchroom. It's like, where is any of that?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I
And
don't understand
yeah,
why they're so burnt out on what commitment and life is. That they're like, I
and
don't
the
get
thing
it.
is, they try. It's always excuses too. It's like, oh, well, we had this big COVID thing during our development. Like, bro, we were mocking you. We were mocking Zoomers and Gen Z before COVID. That's not a valid excuse because you already lost it by then. Before then,
COVID
and I
didn't
think
make anything that drastically different for you.
no,
You thrived in COVID.
yeah.
Let's be honest. And that is a hard fucking thing to thrive in. Most of my generation absolutely fucking despised
Because
it
we
and
had
finally
real
found.
lives. We had to actually survive with responsibilities. They could just coast with time off from school or just zoom in while playing video games and shit. You're allowed to have
Exactly.
phones in school. They don't understand. That's like if you got caught with your cell phone that you used for emergencies, like if your mom called you because something happened or if you need to call because you got sick or something, like you were not allowed to do it. You couldn't even have a flip phone for text, and you were pulling it and you were getting like upset when and like shaking and having anxiety attacks when you can't watch YouTube at lunch or TikTok at lunch and and the parent takes away your phone. You could get suspended for having a phone on you in school when we grew up.
Yeah, that changed when I was in high school, mainly because of me. So let me just I helped you guys. But I went off once I found out that my ex was pregnant with my oldest. I was like, I'm gonna have my phone on me because I want to make sure my baby's okay. That's what matters most to me. And the second that somebody said something, I had two teachers that absolutely knew everything that was going on, and that if anything was said to me about my phone, they went off too. And it's just like the humanity behind what you're doing and how you live
Yeah, that's
life
like a valid reason.
is what you
Zoomers have
lost.
zero valid reasons to have a smartphone on them.
Yeah, at least used. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Hmm.
you're checking a text from mom, you're checking a text from your boyfriend on your fucking smartwatch because all of you fucking dipshits have them. Like I get it. If you're checking your blood sugar on your fucking smartwatch because everything's built into smart devices now, you know what? I get it. I completely support a lot of the things that they say that they have them for, but it's like you're using it as a crutch too, and you can't. If it's something that you need, something that's available, you can't fucking abuse the thing and be
No.
like, well, why can't I use
Also,
it now?
how are kids able to pull out their phone and take video of their teachers when like shit's acting up? That's suspension. You're gone. That detention, and they're just allowed to get away with that.
Dude, you know how many things I would have loved to have recorded in fucking high school?
Hmm.
My ninth grade earth science teacher, I couldn't fucking stand him. He spoke with a really weird fucking lisp, but he also used the lisp on purpose because he actually had like a sense of humor. He was just a dick. Like he was the teacher you didn't fucking want, but if you had him, you were okay because he's sort of funny. And I slept through his class all fucking year. Couldn't fucking stand him. He looks at me the last couple weeks of school. He's like, Zach, you're gonna fail and you're gonna be back here next year. Well, you gotta pass the regents, bud. You gotta get a 90 on the regents in order to pass my class. I go in, sleeping the entire year through earth science, which is not fucking logic based at all. And just like, okay, I'm gonna throw this together. You know the biggest fucking thing I learned from earth science is he said, guys, on the regents, there's going to be one question that I will smack the shit out of you if you guys absolutely get wrong. And that is make sure to write and circle in tongs, not thongs. Because if you dirty minded shitheads write fucking thongs, we're gonna have a problem. And that's always stuck with me. Regardless of me getting a 98 on the regions, blowing his fucking mind and him losing it when he saw me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Um, I'm, and then also like a big thing I saw where just like Zoomers don't care about anything. Like that was like a post that I saw back in like 2018, 2019. It's like the reason why no one likes Zoomers is like they don't care about anything. They don't care about themselves. They don't care about others. They're just like it's not even like a narcissistic generation, they're just completely devoid of all feeling. And then like they get
Well,
upset when and like surprised, and then they can't make contact with people when they're trying to order food. It's weird.
what's really weird is we had a change that happened in the middle of a generation. At the end of millennials, you see
Yeah.
this
Like
change.
I say like millennials are fucked and late millennials are extra fucked and I've had no respect for any of them and zoomers are worse. Great.
And it is a lot of the appeasement and like, oh, they told you never to appease in World War II. Guys, we're doing that with our kids. You're handing
Everyone
them
gets a
candy and
trophy.
you're handing them candy and trophies and telling them they're good girls and everything will be okay. Motherfucker, that's not how you teach anything. That's just how you teach obedience. And they're getting over on you. That's not how it works.
Yeah, now one's a spoiled brat that got extra cooked by social media and being terminally online with internet addictions and stuff. Boy. But then like that it's just every time I hear about zoomers, man, it's like, what do you mean ordering anxiety? What do you mean you didn't think parties existed? And then again, it's always excuse like, "Oh, well we don't have a second place." It's like the concept of that did not exist to us. You're making up new buzzwords to describe something you have no ambition to create or the third place or whatever.
Motherfucker, how many times have these people not watched Fast and the Furious? He says it right at the beginning. It doesn't matter if you finish second. If you don't finish first, you fucking lose. It doesn't matter if you miss by an inch or a fucking mile. Winning is winning. Guess what? I fucking won. And it's just like, do you not really grasp that?
Yeah,
Does not
there's
give you
also just
enough
no
dopamine?
ambition, like zero competitiveness, zero drive, nothing.
Actually, that is one of the biggest things that I've been working on with my kids and stuff like that. And my son has blown my fucking mind with that shit. For a while now, my ex has bribed him with this fucking keyboard because he wants to create content so fucking bad. Like he wants to fucking do it, and he's so ambitious for it. And the kid is fucking disgusting at Fortnite. Like top 1%, if not higher. Like can drop into a lobby with me and we'll drop 40, 50 kills almost every time. And the average is like 20.
Yeah.
Like it's scary. And we'll sit there, and he sat there the other night, and his friend looked at him and was like, hey, if I pay for this wager for the both of us and we win, I'll give you a $55 gift card to Amazon. And he's like, yes. And he comes downstairs at 11 o'clock at night and he's so fucking excited. He sat here waiting for me to finish PKA. And he's like, Dad, we won. I said, you won what? Because he didn't even tell me before he started it. He's like, I won a wager with my friend. And because I was the MVP and I did a lot in the game, he gave me an Amazon gift card for $55 and I bought the keyboard that mom's been holding over my head. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. You didn't sit there and beg anybody for it. You didn't sit there and like get frustrated because it wasn't being handed to you. You put the pieces together. You figured out how to do it yourself. You didn't lose money and you actually did it. And you put the pieces together and you figured it out. And it's just like, why is that so hard for everybody to do?
I'm trying to untwine the legality of that. Cash stakes as a kid.
Wager match is how many people played for 1v1s for a fucking $10 Xbox card and shit like that.
Well, that's what I mean, where I'm just like, while bad, but also I like that you go to the card shop and you play Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh as like 11, 10-year-old and it's $7, $5 to buy in and you're playing for $50 store credit or packs or something. It's like kind of the
It's just
same. You go to a Smash tournament as a 13-year-old. You put $10 down and then they'll just hand you $80 cash as a 13-year-old. So it's one of those things where like, yeah, feels weird to say that, and now that like it seems more accelerated online, it feels like don't call it a wager. That seems too close to child gambling.
but it was just like, dude, I'm so proud of you that you were able to put that together and you figured it
Yeah. Oh
out.
yeah, that's cool. Like when I went to MetroCon and I won the Pokemon tournament, that paid for more than my badge because I got like $90 for getting first place at Pokemon in MetroCon 2010, 2009. So I
Exactly. It's like
was 15, winning
you do
$90
something cool.
cash.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you did something cool. Dude, that's something you can literally talk about.
Yeah, so like it's no different. Like, just don't call it a wager. Just say I entered a like he entered a tournament, and won $50.
Honestly, I looked at him and said, well, how's it feel to be a professional gamer? Because that's what you are
Mm.
now. You've made money playing video games. You're a professional now. You've hit the point where it's like, okay, now you actually have a title. And that's a weird place to be. There's a weird
I mean, that's
change.
what started his trajectory is like mine now. That's what started my whole Pokemon thing, where it's like I won every single Pokemon tournament I entered in like the Generation 4 era, except for one, the Metrocon tournament before that, because it was like the shittiest rules you could imagine. It was half Smogon, half like not Smogon, kind of official VGC didn't exist. It was kind of like its own journey across America, but mixed with Smogon, and then house rules on top of that. So it was like 3 layers of the most fucked rules, and the rules that broke me was you were only allowed to use 2 stat boosts for the battle. So my stockpile belly drum strategy didn't work. We were only allowed to stat boost twice, and the reason was to make the games not stally. But it's like, but if what if you use Swords Dance 3 times? That's going to close out a game faster than anything else. That's how you wrap up a tournament, is by not capping the amount of boosts. So it was really just like Smogon rules because Garchomp was banned and no bright powder. And then it was just like not brats, but babies that don't want to lose because someone set up 2 Swords Dance and beat them, or 3 Dragon Dance on a Dragonite. So like they just didn't like getting snowballed against, and I lost the tournament because I couldn't do my strat, and I lost in the semis.
I
And
don't
but
know.
after that, I went on like a fucking 15 tournament win streak, and I paid for all my convention badges.
I would have zero problems if they're like, hey, the rules are sleep clause, because I kind of understand there. I could understand evasion clause, and none of the top 5% usage on Smogon at all.
That's
Everything
when you
else
just have the
legal.
dumbest. No, it's just too stupid.
It's
That's when
just
you're
like,
just
okay,
messing with it, and then you just come off as a baby that doesn't want to like lose.
I don't care if I get snowballed. I have fun with those things. I
Yeah,
would
but
rather
but
predict.
but you don't have fun with against Garchomp and whatever was 5% back in Generation 4, Infernape.
Oh, there's so much of a smaller fucking pool there. It would be kind of hard to break down.
But that's when we were
I'm
just
saying
like,
now.
yeah, we're just like, I don't want to see Garchomp, Infernape, Togekiss with Scarf, all that's banned, and then my team always wins. That's why you can't do Pokemon bans. That's why Smogon's stupid. But it was kind of the same energy of no dragon dancing. What? Where'd that come from? Those are like no competitive rules do that unless you're tired of losing a Dragonite.
You don't want me to use Smeargle Baton Pass. Sucks so, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm baton passing into a Gengar that has Levitate.
Yeah, but like yeah, after that, I just kind of dominated and got first place at every Pokemon tournament, and I made a lot of money. And then I just spent that on Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which I then sold, and that's how I got my plane ticket to Seattle. So your kid's on the right track.
Yeah, we went through all our Pokemon cards the other day, and we found that we have almost $1,000 in Pokemon cards between the both of us.
Technically underwhelming for how inflated everything is.
He only started like a year and a half ago,
That's
and
pretty
I've only
decent.
worked online from home.
Kind of decent, but again, I think that's also inflated. Like the raw value, if you actually try to sell, is probably close to 600.
Raw value is probably around 750 to 8ish
Nah,
because it's climbing.
you get 60 cents on the dollar, not 70.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You go
I thought it was
10%
cool.
over buy list or it's worthless. But yeah,
Yeah, no,
I
I
get
just
I just have
again,
no respect for the Pokemon TCG market because of how inflated it is. Unless you pull an Umbreon, get it graded for 9, and then sell it for 2K, you have no value in your cards.
I don't understand Umbreon.
Well, it was just like the first hyper exclusive full art.
Yeah, because half of them were stolen and everything else. I understand
No,
that
it wasn't
part.
even that. It was just like it was the first of its kind. I'm pretty
But
sure that.
like, no, that set, both Umbreon and Espeon were stolen. Like half of the cards in the entire set were just taken, which is why that card was so exclusive. So I understand
No, that's
that
not why.
exact card,
That's not why the price got up.
but like all Umbreons went up. I don't understand. Like it's the emo Pokemon, I get it,
No, that's
whatever.
because just all the art was banging.
But like Umbreon's like the fourth or fifth best evolution.
The art, it was just, it had the best art out of all the EVs, and it was also the rarest. And it wasn't because it was stolen; it was just printed. Whereas like one of those in 12 cases or something. It had
Yeah.
ludicrously low pull rates. And then the next one was like whatever set after that. It was the same thing where like the chase card was $600 because it was the rarest one, and that was like the first time they did it was the Umbreon. That was the biggest reason why it was worth money. It was
Yeah.
just like the short print Charizard of its era.
Yeah. Yeah. I still don't. I don't understand why they're like Umbreon. It's like, it's meh. I don't know.
Well,
I like weird
it's
Pokemon.
just scarcity.
So I
It
guess,
was just the short
yeah.
print.
I know Gengar's not weird, but like everything else I like is like weird and off color. There's never going to be a full art fucking lantern. I can guarantee that. I would fucking love it.
There has to be full art lantern. It's just not going to have like the hyper rare. But there's probably a really cool lantern out there. You just aren't paying attention, and it's probably like $3, and there's no reason for you to not own it right now.
Um, there is nope. There is a home created full art lantern.
You gotta know what exactly you're looking at. Maybe it doesn't exist, but like like lantern alternative art.
Yeah, there's card maker and a Reddit link. That is it.
Then there's also like really stupid ones that have full art that's like, why did that Pokemon get it? Pyukamuku
Yeah.
getting a lantern.
No, it's just like if you have any weird likes, it's never gonna get anything. Dude, Lantern's so much fucking cuter
How's there
than
not a
fucking
lantern
Umbreon.
EX?
Yeah, exactly.
You actually land on like the only Pokemon that hasn't gotten a full art.
You know, it just is what it is. But like, I've always thought Lantern was fucking adorable. It is what it is, though.
I think he's cool. I've always liked him.
Yeah, I used to use him with Smeargle and Tail Glow, and then Agility and Baton Pass. Because then you could stockpile on Lantern, and that's fucking disgusting. Especially when you have whatchamacallit, Parabolic Charge, and then you can just recharge all your fucking health back. So I thought that was fucking. It was fucking cool. Even just seeing $1,000 in a whole, Pokemon card lot of like, oh wow, I have no idea we had half of this. There's still like a stack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards behind me that still needs to be added to it too.
Yu-Gi-Oh was weird because they would like short print all the hyper good competitive cards and they got giga expensive. Like the rare, just the silver text. Some of those cards are like $15, like an effect veiler. Oh, the most staple hand trap ever printed at the time was short printed as a rare, $15. God damn.
And then they release the tins, and those are all $5 cards each, and it's just like how the
that
fuck
was
does
that was
even
crazy.
work?
Where it's like, yeah, you buy a $10-12 tin, and the topper is $6.
Not even the topper. The gold sarcophaguses. I used to have them behind me. I had three of them. I still have three of them. They're just not in my office anymore. Like 4 or 5 of the cards in the 20 card pack were in between $5 to $25.
Well, that's outside the tin. Yeah, now we're just talking about the gold edition.
Yeah. And it's just like that makes no sense. It just
And-
makes no sense at all.
Well, that's because the packs weren't they $25 a pack? So of course each card is going to be worth at least $2.
Well, those tins were 25 and you got 3 packs.
No, the tins were 10-12 for 3 packs.
The gold sarcs.
No, not
They
the
were
gold star.
25.
I'm talking about like the regular tins that had the $5
I know what you're
topper,
talking about.
where you
Yep.
get like the super rare staple card
Yep.
reprint. I remember when they reprinted Pot of Duality as a tin super rare, and it's like, wow, you buy a $10 tin, you get a $10 Pot of Duality for it. Crazy. But yeah, those gold packs, they never came in the tins. That was just like you bought the box that had like one pack inside.
Yep. No,
And that was $25. It wasn't a tin. It was just one pack.
but it's made of metal. That's why I was calling it a tin.
What generation was that? That was like, I don't think they ever did.
2020.
Oh, that's way beyond what I'm talking about. I'm talking 2013 when they did Gold Pack 1.
Yeah, the gold
Because that's what
Sarks
had
that came
Gold
out in
Sark.
2020. Yeah, it was a legitimately like a gold tablet worth of sarcophagus, and it was metal. It was sick as hell.
Oh, that's yeah.
It's
Because
called
when they
Tin of
did
Lost
the
Memories or something like that.
oh, I'm
They've
I'm
done like two or
talking
three of them.
about when the 25th anniversary. No, that's too late.
Year before that,
Yeah,
2 years before that, something like that.
I'm
Yeah, I thought.
talking about Gold Series 2009.
Yeah,
Holy shit, that was 2009. I thought it was 2010, 2011. But I remember buying those because that was when I think that was the first legal printing of Gold Sark, and that's when it was worth so much.
yeah,
Yeah, the first legal printing was Gold Series, and they put it in a fucking fat pack of like 20 cards for $25 for a single thing, and the whole box. It was like a presentation box with just one pack in it. It's crazy.
yeah. That's what the Lost
I think
Memory
you were
stands for.
guaranteed 3 ultra gold rares in it, and that's what you were trying to pull from.
What
Gold
I
rare.
was what I was really tempted to get, and they did stuff for a while. I have no idea what they're doing now. Is they released all of the show decks from like, oh, this is Battle City, and they have the 4 or 5 decks there with all of the ultra rares and everything in them and everything else. It's like
Hmm.
that'd be cool to get, but it was like $60 when it released. I was like, oh, I wish I had the extra because it would have been cool to play with the kids and stuff like that, even if it's just something dumb.
I'm
But that's
just
when Duel
thinking,
Links started popping off and
like
being
that
fun.
that first gold series was actually like the most hype thing ever that had some of the coolest staple cards. And I bought like I saved up and I got one pack finally and like they were all sold out and stuff and I got the shittest pulls ever. I got like a gold rare Sangan. I'm going through the list. I got like a Sangan. I think the best one I got was at least the Kaya Shadow Monarch, but that was still like bottom tier and like a prime material dragon. It's like I got the 3 least expensive gold rares out of that except for maybe like Royal Firestorm Guard. I've never even heard of that card.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's just I don't know. I love cards, and I'm starting to see more and more card shorts, and it's making me just wanna like go to the fucking events and stuff because I think that shit's cool now for some fucking reason. It's like I just want to interact with people. It's like
Yeah.
that would be fun to do. It's just like I feel like I actually know enough where I'm like, oh, that's about this price, and you kind of have a generalized idea. I don't know. It brings me back to the days of playing games on Facebook like Yoville, where if you know the prices of things, you kind of can just absolutely destroy everything. And it's
Yeah.
just like you kind of know what's going to happen with things.
That gold rare
It's just
Solemn Judgment was also like the greatest card ever.
so we brought the 3 kids swimming this week. And I told the story on here where I got run over by a car and I like fucked up my ankle and foot and everything else, right? At least when it happened, or maybe I've told it since. But my ex ran over my foot with our car and everything else, and I tore all the shit in my ankle. And they weren't really sure exactly what happened. They told me that it was a high ankle sprain, but it might have tore more. They don't really know. And I never really could put in the time and effort to find out exactly what happened. So we went swimming with all 3 kids the other day. And my youngest started getting like antsy. And we were swimming in a lake instead of a pool, which probably was a bad idea having a little one
Mm.
that's 5, but she just started getting pissy and was upset because she couldn't do everything by herself. But she's like in that gray area where it's like, okay, you could let them try, but they can't do. And my foot slid in between 2 fucking rocks and she kicked it and it like fucking shattered my fucking foot. Like I haven't gone to the doctor yet. So I'm not saying like I fucking broke it, but it legitimately feels broken. So it feels like I'm walking on water everywhere I walk right now. And it is bruised so fucking badly. It's bruised from like above the ball on the side of my ankle on both sides, all the way down and around onto the top of my foot. So it's like I have two
Show that shit on
J's.
camera.
No, you don't show feet on camera.
Just like cover your foot, just show the ball that's just turned purple.
Let's see.
Because I'm like, okay, you're describing something, but I have to know how gnarly it actually is.
Yeah, I don't know how this is going to work. I'm tall as shit. So
Ew.
Here is bruised.
Yeah, that's a different color.
This is all in here is red. And bruised.
Yeah, that looks like a diabetic's foot.
It's not. I'm not diabetic in any fucking way.
Well, I'm saying, but when it gets like that bluey, purpley, veiny kind of look.
Yeah. No, it's been bruised on and off for all fucking 5 years since this 4 years since this happened. But yeah, no, this my little 5-year-old kicking a fucking rock absolutely fucked me up. And because she was sitting there throwing a fucking fit, I had to carry her back out of the fucking lake. So I walked a mile on my fucked up ankle as I'm fucking sitting there limping, just trying to go, just trying to walk. Because I know if I stop walking, I'm not going to be able to go any farther.
Yeah,
Like,
you're just
fuck.
going on momentum.
Yeah, you just got to keep going. If you stop, it's fucked. But yeah, no, it's been a hell of a week of like walking and shit like that. Boys, we'll be back next week. We'll see you fucking later. Bye.
Bye.